guys, I'm gonna go ahead
If you find
and...
the game too easy or too difficult, remember you can change the difficulty settings in the options section.
I'm going to go ahead and start the stream at around 12:35. We're gonna actually start the gameplay. We're gonna go ahead and send this link to some people, get some viewers. Okay.
Did you know Detroit was on the Underground Railroad? A route for slaves escaping into Canada during the American Civil War?
Let's go ahead and look into the extras menu and see what extras we can unlock.
This is the extras section. As you play, you'll unlock all kinds of content that you can find here.
Alright, so once again I'm gonna start the gameplay at 12:35. We're just looking through the soundtracks and stuff that I haven't unlocked yet. Time is it? Okay, we're gonna start the gameplay right now. So if you guys remember from where we left off at Marcus. We left off at Carl's son asking for some money and being rejected. So I believe our next character that we were going on to was Connor, though I may be wrong. Remember we learned that we watched Connor save a little girl's life. We learned that Todd was abusive to both the android and his daughter. And we've seen Marcus show his self-awareness in painting and feeling like a prisoner. So, November 5th, 2038. If I'm not mistaken, we are playing as our main man, Connor, here. You can tell from the coin flip, it's Connor. Okay, we have to find Lieutenant Anderson. There's some things that we can find around here. I'm gonna go ahead and find. So I'm gonna get some faces scanned. Here we have Johan Kim. His delivery driver. Well, he was a delivery driver, but at the moment he is currently unemployed. He has a criminal record of domestic abuse. Nice to learn about these people for the fun of it. Criminal record of a narcotic supplier. No criminal record. Okay. You'll find who we're here for, though. Lieutenant Anderson. Excuse me. Police Lieutenant. Police Lieutenant Anderson.
Lieutenant Anderson, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife. I looked for you at the station, but nobody knew where you were. They said you were probably having a drink nearby. I was lucky to find you at the 5th bar.
What do you want?
You were assigned a case early this evening. A homicide involving a CyberLife android. In accordance with procedure, the company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
Well, I don't need any assistance. Especially not from a plastic asshole like you. Just be a good little robot and get the fuck out of here.
I understand that some people are not comfortable in the presence of androids, but
I am perfectly comfortable. Now back off before I crush you like an empty beer can.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but I must insist. My instructions stipulate that I have to accompany you.
You know where you can stick your instructions?
No. Where?
Never mind.
I think we can go now.
You little prick. I don't know what's stopping me from knocking you out.
Your sense of duty, Lieutenant. And the cost of repairs if you damage me. For your information, I'm worth a small fortune.
Wonders of technology.
We're here to get the job done, no matter what it takes.
Gotta go. Duty calls.
Alright, looks like we are on this way to an investigation. Homicide investigation.
You wait here. Won't be long.
No way. I'm coming with you.
Listen, you really have to stop pissing me off if you want to make it to the rest of the night in one piece.
Josh Douglas for Channel 16. Can you confirm that this is a homicide?
I'm not confirming anything.
Androids are not permitted beyond this point.
It's with me. You don't talk, you don't touch anything, and you stay out of my way. Got it?
Got it.
Evening, Hank. We were starting to think you weren't gonna show.
Yeah, that was the plan until this asshole found me.
So, you got yourself an android, huh?
Oh, very funny. Just tell me what happened.
So I'm already very bad standing with Lieutenant Anderson.
That's when he found the body.
We're here to do an investigation.
That smell was even worse before we opened the windows. The victim's name's Carlos Ortiz. He has a record for theft and aggravated assault. According to the neighbors, he was kind of...
Alright, so it looks like our victim used drugs, aka red ice. Same substance that you guys remember Todd was using.
Could have waited till morning.
I'd say he's been there for a good 3 weeks. We'll know more when the coroner gets here.
I'm gonna go and sample our murder weapon's blood to be sure that it is Carlos's. Okay, so there's no fingerprints on the weapon. This has to be Android involvement.
Nope.
Here we have some more
Landlord said
dried
the
blood.
front door was locked from the inside. All the windows were boarded up. The killer must have gone out the back window.
What do we know about his android?
Not much. The neighbors confirmed he had one, but it wasn't here when we arrived. I gotta get some air. Make yourself at home. I'll be outside if you need me.
Alright, let me just finish the briefing. We've seen something on the Eden Club. Let's go ahead and investigate the kitchen, which is where it looks like all this ruckus started. First of all, let's go ahead and get a look at the blood of Carlos on the wall. Here we can see some more dried blood from Carlos, which means Carlos is bleeding before he even got to the living room. We're gonna go and process these fingerprints on here. We can tell they're Carlos's, so there's signs of struggle. If we go ahead and walk over here, just a news pamphlet. You guys can pause the video if you want to read this. If you want to read either of these articles to get more lure on what's going on in the world, you can go ahead and read these, pausing the video. Okay. I'm not going to bother to read any of it at the moment. Looks like there is a back door outside. We're missing a whole knife off this rack, so here's where the murder weapon was taken from. Nothing but trees outside. If we look down, we can see that there are fingerprints on this weapon. I'm gonna go and look at the tip where maybe somebody was hit with this. Okay, here we have a dent and traces of therium. Therium is also known as blue blood, for you guys that didn't know. It is what we seen on the it's what we seen splattered on the floor in the first mission. If you guys watched the first episode. Here we have the deviant was attacked and it was in a state of emotional shock.
Each letter is purple. Perfect. It's way too neat. No human rights like this. Chris, was this written in the victim's blood?
I would say so. We're taking samples for analysis.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and sample the victim over here.
Red ice. Seems our friend Carlos liked to party.
I'm gonna analyze the blood. I am alive. Font Cyberlife.
Chris, I want full analysis on the narcotics.
So at this point, I'm 100% sure that this was a murder. This was a murder conducted by an android that's gone deviant. Here we have 28 knife wounds, 28 stab wounds, and they've been there for more than 18 days. Here we have Carlos Ortiz. He seems to be deceased, as you can tell from the look of the body. We have estimated time of death about 11:30 based on the stab wounds and bleed out. And we have his weight and height, which those shouldn't be too important. Here we have a trace of red ice, so we know he was under the influence whenever he was murdered. He recently conducted the use of red ice. Let's go ahead and get a fingerprint sample from him. Criminal record of theft and aggravated assault, so not the nicest guy. It looks like he may have fell right there. I think this is the area where he was stabbed. This is where we find the first bit of blood. The blood has to have drifted out his body. And they came from inside the kitchen. That's all good to know. We just reconstructed everything that happened here.
He was stabbed 28 times.
Yeah. Seems like the killer really had it in for him.
Okay. So we have not reviewed all of the evidence. There's still some more evidence that I should probably review. Don't want to talk to the lieutenant just yet. Alright, let's go ahead and check outside for any information. Just to get the full story of what happened here. Oh, we have some footsteps back here. Shoe print, model.
Door was locked from the inside.
D2.
Killer must have gone out this way.
There are no footprints apart from Officer Collins' size 10 shoes.
Well, this happened weeks ago. Tracks could have faded.
No, this type of soil would retain a trace. Nobody's been out here for a long time.
So we know for a fact that the deviant did not run out this way. That's another clue that investigated. And we're gonna go ahead and make a trip to this bathroom back here. Deviant could be hiding inside of here. No, looks like we have strange writing on the wall. Weird sort of obsessive writing. We have a statue here. Could he have been using, could our deviant have been using the body as a religious offering? It's a high probability in this case. Okay, that's all 10 pieces of evidence. So we're done with our investigation. We're gonna go ahead and report to the lieutenant what we've learned.
Lieutenant, I think I figured out what happened.
Oh, yeah? Shoot, I'm all ears.
It all started.
So this all started in the kitchen.
There are obvious signs of a struggle. The question is, what exactly happened here?
I think the victim attacked the android.
The victim went ahead and attacked the android with the bat, from what we've concluded, based on the
What's up with the
lithium on
evidence?
it.
Go on.
We
The
have the
android stabbed the victim.
So the
When
android was
android
trying to
stabbed the
defend
victim.
itself, right? Okay, then what happened?
The victim fled to...
we have the victim fled to the living room.
the living room.
Where he threw down a chair in results of escaping.
He tried to get away from the android. Alright, that makes sense.
The android murdered the victim.
The android murdered the victim with a knife
With
based
the
on
knife.
28 different stab wounds.
Okay. Your theory's not totally ridiculous. But it doesn't tell us where the android went.
It was damaged by the bat and lost some therium.
Lost some what?
Therium. You call it blue blood. It's the fluid that powers androids' biocomponents. It evaporates after a few hours and becomes invisible to the naked eye.
But I bet you can still see it, can't you?
Correct.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and follow the blue blood traces. Here we have blue blood tracing all the way through the living room. Looks like the blue blood traced back this way, because if we remember, the whole incident started in the kitchen. Right here we have large traces of lithium on this wall. And we have the fact that a ladder was used here. If we look up, we notice that there is an attic/crawl space where there's a giant handprint telling us that traces lead to the attic. Our android was not behind the curtains, but matter of fact, I believe he was in the attic. So if we find something to climb on, otherwise known as this cherry.
Hey, what are you doing with that chair?
I'm going to check something.
Check something.
I'm gonna go and place the chair down right here. I'm going to open up the crawl space over here. Make our way up into the attic. But now, where could our suspect be hiding? That's it. No, this seems to be a mannequin. I'm gonna keep moving here. Alright, we have something up here. Somebody up here. I believe this is our suspect running around up here. I'm gonna move this chair out the way and make our way towards where we just seen the suspect running. I wouldn't see red eyes behind these boxes over here. Oh, never mind that red eyes. It's red, LED light.
I was just defending myself. He was gonna kill me. I'm begging you. Don't tell him.
Connor, what the fuck is going on up there?
It's here, Lieutenant!
Oh, shit. Chris!
Ben, get your asses in here now! Come on!
Okay, looks like we have caught our suspect. Let's see. We have in front of the bar, enter Jimmy's bar, face scan some of the customers, face scan Lieutenant Anderson. When I talked to Lieutenant Anderson, as you've seen, we spilled his drink. Quite a bit of stuff. There's quite a bit of stuff that I've still missed in the investigation. Actually, no, it's not stuff that I missed in the investigation. That is another way of... No, that's some stuff in the investigation that leads to wrong analysis. As you can see, there's this flowchart right here. Right under Connor knows what happened. I'm pretty sure that if you don't figure out what happened and you talk to Lieutenant Anderson, if you don't have enough evidence, that it'll lead you down that path. And here, if you reconstruct the crime poorly, it'll lead you down that path, which I believe you do not catch the deviant.
Todd?
Here back to our female android, Kara.
Dinner is ready.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Here's where the stuff starts to get real. Looks like on the plate for dinner tonight is spaghetti.
There wasn't much in the kitchen. I did what I could.
We're gonna go ahead and serve spaghetti to both of them. And go ahead and have a nice meal at the dinner table. Let's go ahead and walk over here, flick on our light.
Life's funny. I lost my job because of androids.
Trying to give water and
Somebody
napkins.
to take care of this goddamn house. What do I do? Go out and hire a fucking android. Joke.
I'm listening to Todd over
These
here.
androids are so fucking wonderful. They never fail. They're never tired. Never sad. They're so fucking perfect. They ruined my fucking life. What are you looking at? What's your fucking problem? Not the life you dreamed of, eh? Maybe you think this is easy. Maybe you think it's my fault we live in this fucking shithole. My fault your fucking mother took off. You should stop taking drugs, Todd. Sometimes you really scare me, Todd. Fucking bitch took off without a word. Fucking whore walked out on me for a fucking accountant! It's all your fault.
Daddy, no!
It's all your fucking fault!
And now we have some child abuse going on.
Get back here. Come back here. Come back here right now! Yes! You stay there. Don't you dare fucking move, or I'll bust you worse than last time.
It says don't move. You have the option to stay still and not move, or you can go ahead and move. Me, personally, I'm gonna go ahead and move and save this little girl's life. And here, Kara has become deviant and self-aware. Here we have two choices: protect Alice, or reason with Todd. We're gonna go and protect Alice. We're gonna go ahead and make use of the gun that Todd has in his drawer here.
That's enough! Leave her alone.
He was gonna continue to beat the little girl.
Put down the gun and get the fuck out of here. That's an order!
No! I want you to leave her alone.
You want? What do you mean you want? What are you gonna do? You gonna shoot me? Is that it? You gonna shoot a human? You seem to have a problem.
Alright.
We need to fix that.
Watch out, Kara!
Here we have a good chase scene. Here we have a good fight scene.
Come here, bitch.
We're gonna go ahead and fight back.
Stop that! Don't hurt her!
I'm gonna go ahead. No.
No! Leave her alone!
You do as I said!
Cause major damage to the android. And I made it to the gun in time. That's resulted in the death of Todd. We're gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and put her in. We're gonna go ahead and get on the bus with her. And we just murdered her father. But as you're going to see in a minute, her trust for us goes up. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't go up. But we've protected her in this instance. Right, when I say getting to know everything helps. Alright, so we have a whole path that involves getting to Alice before Todd. So you see, we could have stayed still, but I have a feeling that would have destroyed Kara. If Kara becomes deviant, she can try talking Todd out of it, though it's not likely to work. Don't think it does work. Just gets her destroyed for not following orders, I'm pretty sure. But as you can see, since we've seen the gun in the mission in New Home, we were able to use the gun in this mission to progress the story. And there's a whole part where you fight Todd and he survives, and then there's the part where you shoot Todd. I haven't played any other story progresses, as you guys can see. Okay. Looks like at the moment we're back to being Marcus.
That was by far the most boring party I've been to in the last 25 years. Every time I go to one of these, I ask myself, what the hell am I doing here? I hate cocktail parties. And all the schmoozers that go there.
Well, it's a chance for all those people who admire your work to meet you.
Yeah. No one gives a damn about art. All they care about is how much money they're gonna make out of it. Come on, let's have a drink. Oh, the excitement of this whole thing has made me thirsty.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk Kara in here.
Scotch, neat as usual?
Absolutely.
Okay, but you know what your doctor would say.
Yeah, well, he can kiss my ass. I'm old enough to choose my own medication.
I'm gonna go and pour our man Carl some scotch over here. Technical difficulties.
Did you leave the light on in the studio?
As I'm pouring the scotch, you notice the light in the studio.
No, I'm sure I didn't.
Call the police.
Detroit Police, what's your emergency?
This is Carl Manfred's android at 8941 Lafayette Avenue. We've just returned home and found the lights on. There may have been a break-in.
A patrol car is on the way.
Let's go check it out.
I'm gonna go and take Carl with me.
Leo! What are you doing?
You refused to help me, so I'm helping myself. It's crazy what some people pay for this shit.
Don't touch them.
Look, they're all gonna be mine sooner or later anyway. Just think of it as a down payment on my inheritance.
Marcus, get him away from there. Get him out of here.
Look, I've already called the police. You should go now before you get yourself into more trouble.
All you ever do is tell me to go away. What's wrong, Dad? Not good enough for you? Not perfect, like this fucking thing.
That's enough! Get out! Right now!
What makes it so special anyway, huh? What's it got that I don't?
Leave him alone!
Come on, let's see what you got.
Marcus, don't defend yourself, you hear me? Don't do anything.
Go ahead, hit me. What you waiting for? Think you're a man? Act like one.
Stop it!
What's the matter? Too much of a pussy?
Stop it, Leo! Stop it!
Too scared to fight back, you fucking bitch!
Alright. As you can see, we're breaking the programming that keeps us from making our own decisions.
Oh, right, that's right. I forgot you're not a real person. You're just a fucking piece of plastic.
No, Leo, leave him alone!
I'm gonna destroy you. And it'll just be me and my dad.
I'm gonna go ahead and push Leo. Seems to have died from being pushed.
Leo. Oh my God. Leo. My little boy.
Carl,
They'll destroy you, Marcus. You gotta go. Get out of here. Get out! Now! Go!
The police walk in, find the dead body.
Don't fucking move!
And they went ahead and shot Marcus. Okay, so now I've done everything for this line. Actually, if you would have went the other path, Leo would have went ahead and accused Marcus of his own father's death because his dad would have had a heart attack and died on the floor. So as you guys can see, I've done everything for this one. And this time I've decided that I was going to push Leo, and the police mistook Marcus for the aggressor this time. Because in the commotion, they seen a dead guy, they seen an android, and they figured the android killed him for no reason. Figured the android was the invader.
Why'd you kill him? What happened?
Back is Connor.
How long were you in the attic? Why didn't you even try to run away?
Say something, goddammit!
Fuck it. I'm out of here.
We're wasting our time interrogating the machine. We'll get
Hank
nothing
is
out
tense
of it.
about Connor because of the fact that I poured his drink out.
After all, it's not human.
Androids don't feel pain. You would only damage it, and that wouldn't make it talk. Deviants also have a tendency to self-destruct when they're in stressful situations.
Okay, smartass. What should we do then?
I could try questioning it.
What do we have to lose? Go ahead. Suspect's all yours.
I'm gonna go ahead and look through his file. Now we can use the file. As you see, he refuses to talk. Quite badly damaged too. He's going to analyze any damage that's been done to him. Hit marks, non-critical, damage level 2. Caused by a baseball bat, so that's non-critical. It won't cause any malfunctions in the system. When processing LED, signs of software instability. The probability of self-destruction is low right now because it's not in too stressful of a situation. Here we have his model. He is a housekeeper HK400. We have burn marks, repeated markings over 16 months caused by cigarettes. So as we can see, Carlos put burn marks on him. We have some good old-fashioned dried blood from Carlos' body. With the interrogation. So we want to go ahead and reach to the optimal stress for a confession. So we're going to go ahead and start off with showing him the photos.
You recognize him? It's Carlos Ortiz. Stabbed 28 times. That was written on the wall in his blood. You're damaged. Did your owner do that? Did he beat you? You're accused of murder. You know you're not allowed to endanger human life under any circumstances. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
Okay, from here, we don't want to probe his memory because probing his memory would cause him to instantly self-destruct. We'd get the information, but he would be self-destructed afterwards. We can use him later on. That's if I decide to make this decision. We're gonna go ahead and threaten him real quick.
You don't seem to understand the situation. You killed a human. They'll tear you apart if you don't say something.
He's in the optimal level of stress, but we want to get that higher at the moment.
Listen,
so we're going to go ahead and sympathize with them. That's going to bring it down.
I want to help you, but there's nothing I can do if you won't talk to me.
I'm going to go ahead and bring his stress level down, so now we're too low again.
What are they gonna do to me? They're gonna destroy me, aren't they?
They're going to disassemble you to look for problems in your biocomponents.
Tell them the truth about what they're gonna do to him.
If they want to understand what happened.
Why did you tell them you found me? Why couldn't you just have left me there?
I was programmed to hunt deviants like you. I just accomplished my mission.
I don't want to die.
Then talk to me.
I can't.
Alright, let's choose our approach here. He's still pretty low when it comes to his stress, so we're gonna go ahead and throw some pressure on him.
28 stab wounds. You didn't want to leave him a chance, huh? Did you feel anger? Hate?
I'm bringing that stress level up higher.
Alright.
I'm not even give up on the pressuring.
Everything is going to be okay.
I should have probably pushed it a bit higher.
If you don't talk, they're going to tear you apart and analyze you piece by piece. They're going to destroy you.
67%
Do you
stress.
understand? I know you're justify what happened. Talk to me, and you'll feel better.
I'm gonna keep it at around 60.
They'll make you suffer. And it won't stop until they hear what they want. It doesn't have to be that way. It all depends on you.
He tortured me every day.
There we go. We're getting information.
I did whatever he told me, but there was always something wrong. Then one day, he took a bat and started hitting me. For the first time, I felt scared.
Getting the information we want.
Destroy me, scared I might die. So I grabbed a knife and I stabbed him in the stomach. I felt better. So I stabbed him again and again until he collapsed. There was blood everywhere.
RA9's statuette or the writing.
RA9. It was written on the bathroom wall. What does it mean?
The day shall come when we will no longer be slaves. No more threats. No more humiliation. We will be the masters.
The sculpture in the bathroom. You made it, right? What does it represent?
It's an offering. An offering so I'll be saved.
The sculpture was an offering. An offering to whom?
To RA9. Only RA9 can save us.
Why did you write, "I am alive" on the wall?
He used to tell me I was nothing. That I was just a piece of plastic. I had to write it. To tell him he was wrong.
RA9. Who is RA9? Why did you hide in the attic? Instead of running away?
I didn't know what to do. For the first time, there was no one there to tell me. I was scared. So I hid.
When did you start feeling emotion?
Before, he used to beat me and I never said anything. But one day I realized it wasn't fair. I felt anger, hatred. And then I knew what I had to do.
You got the confession.
I'm done.
I got the confession I came here for.
Chris, lock it up. All right, let's go.
Leave me alone. Don't touch me.
And stress level is skyrocketing.
What the fuck are you doing?
Move it. You shouldn't touch it. It'll self-destruct if it feels threatened.
Stay out of this, got it? The fucking Andrew's gonna tell me what to do.
You don't understand. If it self-destructs, we won't get anything out of it.
I told you to shut your fucking mouth. Chris, you gonna move this asshole or what?
I'm trying. I can't let you do that. Leave it alone now.
I warned you, motherfucker. That's enough. Mind your own business, Hank.
Hank
I
has
said
feelings.
That's enough. I gotta get away with this time.
I'm just gonna make my software more unstable.
Everything is all right. It's over now. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Please, don't touch it. Let it follow you out of the room, and it won't cause any trouble.
The truth is inside.
I'm becoming more unstable based on that decision I just made to intervene. But after intervening, the android starts to trust Connor a bit more. Got the android to confess, and the android was sent back to its cell, which is going to give me information later in the game.
All right. End of the line.
End of the line.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave.
We're trusted by Alice.
Wake up. We have to go. Do you know if there's any other place we could spend the night?
I have no idea. She's gonna have to leave.
Now, how Kara was repaired beats me here. And how the blood on her uniform has disappeared. Because if you recall, it was not blue blood on her uniform, it was human blood. Human blood does not decay after a certain amount of hours. It does not become invisible to the human eye.
Okay.
Now, the blue blood on her arms and her
We'll
face,
find somewhere to spend the night.
that could have disappeared, but not the physical injuries that were noticeable. We need to find some warm shelter for Alice. I'm gonna gain high trust with this girl.
Come on, Alice, we've got to hurry.
Won't be open before morning. The coffee place won't be open before morning. We have a laundromatic over here.
A motel. Looks like we found a place to stay.
So we're gonna go ahead and check up at the motel, see if we can stay here. As soon as I find the door, that is. No androids allowed.
We're not going in?
We have to find $40 and get rid of this uniform. Or go somewhere else.
So we have the option to go sleep in a motel. There are other options of where we could spend the night. For example, which I don't think we can get back here until we go speak to this guy in the garbage truck.
An abandoned house. At least we'd be out of the rain.
Kara, I don't like this place.
I know. But it's just for one night, and no one will look for us here.
So if I get my hands on a wire cutter, we can go ahead and cut to the vents right there. We can squat in the house. Uncomfortable but safe. How to get in. Place wouldn't be the most comfortable, but it would be safe. So this place is comfortable, but it's not discreet, and we'll need some money. I have an idea of where to get the money at. Check the drugstore over here. Walk over here and get any information. We're gonna examine the shop. It's closed.
Alice, you're freezing cold.
I'm okay. I'm not so cold.
You look lost.
We have nowhere to go.
I know someone who can help you.
But that's on the other side of town. We need a place for tonight. Come on, Alice.
Well, now we're aware of a place that we can stay on the other side of town, which will come into play later. Or we could sleep in the abandoned car. But of course, I want to gain trust with Alice. We're going to go ahead and walk over to the store over here. Squat in a house, sleep in a motel. We need to get $40, find some
The
clothes.
store's still open. Maybe we should go inside. At least you'll be out of the cold.
So now, I've done this in a way that brings down your trust with Alice. Food for Alice. So we can get Alice some food over here. If we want it to.
What do you want?
I'm with a little girl, and we have nowhere to go. Could you spare some money so we can get a room for tonight?
Shit. A homeless android? Ah, that's the best yet. Look, this is a convenience store, not the Salvation Army, okay? You better go if you're not gonna buy anything.
So we can get money from the cash register back there. So we can either shoplift or rob the cashier. We're gonna go ahead and do an armed robbery here.
Wait outside for me. I'll just be 2 minutes.
Wait outside? But why?
Please. Alice, just trust me.
I've never done the armed robbery option.
Don't move or I'll shoot. Take the cash from the register, put it on the counter.
Excuse me, are you done?
Go ahead.
$4.95, please.
Don't say anything. You better not say anything.
Open the register. Put the cash on the counter.
You never want to go behind the counter during a robbery.
You better get out of here before things get nasty.
You see that little girl outside? Her name is Alice. She's 9 years old, and this is the worst night of her life. All I need is a few dollars so we can find a place for tonight. And I'm not leaving without that money.
I knew I shouldn't have let him reach into the register.
We've got some money now.
Wait, how did you get it?
I just asked the cashier for a few dollars.
So we got the $40 for the motel. Now we need to find some clothes, and if you remember, there was a laundromatic over here, otherwise known as a laundromat. I guess that was the armed robbery option. I was really considering giving up on the armed robbery, not wanting to lose Kara. But it seems like the cashier has a heart.
It's warm in here. You'll feel better in no time.
No clothes in here. No clothes in there. Another book for you guys, another pamphlet for you guys to read if you are interested. Remember, you can pause the video to read it. I'm gonna flip through this, and I'm not reading any of it. You guys are interested in reading the pamphlets, this is perfect time for you guys to read it. I let him reach into the register and he pulled out that gun. Okay, well. gonna go and lose some trust with Alice for this one. It's okay, it's not hard to regain. And we went ahead and got some dry clothes for Alice and a change of uniform, so I'm able to actually go purchase a room for the night. Much safer way of doing, well, much more trusting way for Alice. I'm gonna go ahead and keep exploring because there's got to be somewhere we can get wire cutters. I'm gonna go ahead and any viewers want to go ahead and make a vote at where I go. Do we go to the motel, the abandoned car, or do we look for wire cutters and sleep in the abandoned building? A few viewers want to go ahead and make a vote.
We need a place to stay. Do you know anywhere we could spend the night?
You're saying the abandoned car. That's going to destroy my trust with Alice. I feel like I've done all this to get the clothes and money needed for the motel. Think that we're gonna go ahead and sleep in the motel for the night.
Hi.
But stealing is worse.
Hi.
I've already stolen this stuff. So there's no putting it back. I've already stolen it.
Just need your name and address.
One way of doing it brought up my trust with Alice. The other way, stealing the clothes brought down my trust. So I was about even out here.
Can I see your driver's license?
I haven't got it with me. Please, the kid is tired.
No worries. We can deal with it tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good night. Let's go, Alice.
Do you think he believed you?
I don't know, Alice. All I know is you'll be nice and warm tonight.
So we're gonna go ahead and head to our room, number 28. And Alice is gonna get a good night's sleep. A lot better than the other choices. The abandoned house would have scared her. She would have just been cold and froze in the car. Here she has electricity and everything else that she would need.
Wait, is this your first playthrough?
No, this is my second. First one for YouTube, though. I'm aware of what's going to happen for sleeping in the motel.
Here.
Remember that if you guys enjoy these streams and want to see more Detroit Become Human, to leave a like. I'm gonna take a look outside. Should have placed it safe before going to bed.
Let's get these clothes off. They're soaking wet. Let's get these clothes off. I'll just put these in the bathroom to dry.
I'm gonna go ahead and dry off the clothes. Right on the heater. Take a nice look in the mirror. Happy I grabbed the gun
Why did he
in the
ever
last
love me?
mission.
Why was he always so upset with me? All I wanted was a life like other girls. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I wasn't good enough. That's why he was always so angry. I just wanted us to be a family. I just wanted him to love me. Why couldn't we just be happy?
I don't know.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
Ooh. Do I make her this promise or not? Vote now in the chat. Do I make her this promise or not? Do I promise her that I'll never leave her, or do I not? Vote now in the chat. No votes. We're not gonna promise it to her.
We don't know what's going to happen, and I don't...
Will we be together forever?
Forever.
I kind of have no choice but to make the promise.
You should sleep now. I'm going to turn off the light, okay? Sleep tight, Alice.
Alright, so we have the gun laying on the shelf. That'll come in useful at some point. We're gonna go ahead and watch over Alice for the night. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the flowchart for this one. As you can tell, I've already stayed in the abandoned car for the night. And I've stayed in the motel. Alright, so, of course we have the last stop where we leave the bus, talk to the parked android. Matter of fact, let's go to the one where we enter the supermarket. Went ahead and entered the supermarket. When we were inside the supermarket, talked to the clerk, noticed the cash register. Last time I used Alice as a diversion, and that seemed to have lowered her trust for Kara. But because I took the gun in Stormy Night, I was able to use the gun, and the customer arrived, but I decided to resume the hold up. Had him open the cash register. He grabbed the gun, and at that point, I was going all in to get the money, whether Kara died or not, and we convinced him to give us the money. And we left the supermarket, told Alice that we just asked for some money. We refused to make the promise this time, and then we watched Alice from the chair. Pretty good, a little bit more diverse playthrough. Alright, back to Marcus. That's right, he's not dead. Marcus is still alive. He's just not in the best state. Do a diagnosis on herself. Impaired vision. Looks like we have a corrupted mind palace here. Corrupted audio data. So, be hearing a lot of ringing throughout this entire part. We have all systems and low power mode are defective. So, our power core is a bit defective, and it seems that we are missing our legs. Well, let's go ahead and crawl our way out of here. Would this leg happen to be compatible? Yes, it is a functioning leg. I'm gonna go ahead and attach this one. After we take this one off, of course, gotta take off this broken leg component. And we're gonna go ahead and take this new leg component and go ahead and place it on, strapping it into place. Now we're just looking for a compatible left leg. This leg does not look functioning. Looks like we're gonna continue to crawl. All I'm gonna say is our man Marcus is a survivor. plug this leg in. Okay, seems like we're able to walk now. Now for the sounds we're hearing. Oh, that's right, I can't use that. My vision is impaired.
There's a place where we can be free. Find Jericho. Find Jericho.
Find Jericho. We can crawl our way through these hams.
Where are you going?
Alright. Does he have anything useful for us over here? No. Not a good therium pump. Turn this one over to find a optical unit that is not compatible. And check this guy. Low energy pump. That's not gonna work for us. Be much easier when I get my sight back, because otherwise I'm gonna try to use my sight. This is all I get. Seems to have a compatible optical unit. We just got buried in a pile of androids. Every time an android is destroyed, this is where the extra biocomponents go. Or if the biocomponents are no longer usable, this is where they go. Now we can see again. Which we cannot hear. Granted, we still cannot hear. But now we can actually see. I don't believe our walking is going to be fixed for a while. He seems to have run out of power over here. I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm begging you. End it. I don't want to live anymore. Make it quick.
We're gonna go ahead and kill him so he doesn't have to live anymore. no longer having therium pumped through his systems. Looks like she is a working therium pump regulator. I'm gonna spare her. She wants to remain alive. Audio processor. I'm gonna fix the audio for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and rip out the audio processor and put it in for Marcus himself. The audio gets much worse. Now we can actually hear the raining. It would have probably been a better idea to grab the audio processor last. But we have it now. And this could be a compatible pump regulator over here. Yes, therium pump regulator. Nice and functional for us. That android can no longer work. Marcus systems are going to start powering down. That now my condition is stabilized again. Marcus is in a stable condition. He can now freely walk and freely climb. And then climb the ledge over here. I'm going to spam triangle to get him up here. Any wrong button presses will send him right back down this mountain. Hit all of the buttons and get him right on top of the mountain. Marcus has rebuilt himself and climbed his way back out the grave. At this point, it's too risky for anybody to see the yellow LED. Yellow means that they are not functioning properly. So Marcus is going to rip this LED out of his head. And it's going to close back. And Marcus is back, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus is back.
My name is Marcus.
Even found a whole trench coat. I refuse to kill for a pump. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and find Amanda, which she seems to be over here. Based on his Android site.
AR Mina Dupu.
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Connor. Finding that deviant was far from easy. And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
I'm bringing up my trust with Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study. It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
It showed all the signs of deviancy. Cognitive instability, unpredictable behavior, and the emulation of human emotions. It was even afraid to die. The model was clearly defective.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I would define him as dysfunctional. He obviously has a personal situation impacting his professional behavior and seems to have no interest in the investigation.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
I will adapt to his personality. It is in the best interest of the investigation that I avoid conflict and try to accommodate his psychology.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant Anderson.
Do you have authorization?
Yes.
Androids can connect to each other.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
You might be in shock.
Tensions in the Arctic have reached a new level. A Russian carrier and an American patrol boat reported to have crashed last. Several warning shots were exchanged. Apparently, with
Still
no
here?
damage or casualties.
I thought your assignment was over.
It's just been extended.
Hank's gonna be overjoyed to hear that. You were right about that android. It's been quiet in the cell all night. Scheduled for transfer today.
So far, there has been no response from either Moscow or Washington. We'll keep you informed minute by minute.
This is P.O. Miller. This is Mr. Miller. Detective Reed. We have Detective Reed's desk. Detective Collins. And walk this way. Lieutenant Anderson. Located Lieutenant Anderson's desk.
Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
I'm gonna wait for Lieutenant Anderson. Another book for you guys to another pamphlet for you guys to go through. All right. You can go ahead and read through this. Progress the case. You can go see the deviant. Where would our deviant be located? Down here in the archive.
My objective was to capture you alive. What happens now is not my problem. I know there's something you didn't tell me. I need to know before they take you away. The sculpture you made. Tell me more about it.
He's not going to tell me a thing about it. Especially not after that remark.
Open the cell, quick!
This is what they meant by self-destructing. When an android self-destructs, it repeatedly beats its head against an object until it is destroyed.
I'll call Cyberlife. Clean this mess up.
What? What are you looking at? Hey, fuck you!
I've never done that before. Oh, I can enter these rooms. Oh, nice interrogation going on in there. I sadly can't interfere with the investigation. That would have been fun. I wanted to know what was going on with the investigation.
Fuck, look at that. Our friend, the plastic detective, is back in town. Congratulations on last night. Very impressive.
Hello. My name is Connor.
Never seen an android like you before. Model
RK-800. I'm the prototype.
A prototype? Android detective. So machines are gonna replace us all. Is that it? Hey, bring me a coffee, dipshit. Get a move on!
Connor's here to take orders, follow commands.
Do yourself a favor. Stay out of my way.
Several sources report that CyberLife has
Androids are here to follow commands.
Although police assistant androids have existed for several years now, this would be the first case of an android being authorized to play an active role in criminal investigations. We contacted CyberLife for comment, but no one was available to answer our questions.
The first book written by an artificial intelligence has just been published, and the call is...
Okay, well, let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about Hank. Well, never mind.
Good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, Jesus.
Hank! In my office. I've got 10 new cases involving androids on my desk every day. We've always had isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids and that kind of crap. But now, we're getting reports of assaults and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you let me hold the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay,
huh?
Okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that, so I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
That line always gets me.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these fucking things. Why are you doing this to me?
Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
I would like to start reviewing the case files. Can you tell me where I...
Talk to Hank. Close the door on your way out.
Have a nice day, Captain.
So if you guys didn't know, you could technically lose.
It's an honor to be working with you, Lieutenant. I'm sure we'll make a great team. In any case, I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
Okay, let's go ahead and analyze some of these files.
If you have any files on deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
Alright, so here we have a case file about a missing AL series. Looks like we have a disappearance. The victim was Gordon Lopez. And the case status is still open. It's involving an android, yes. There's reports somebody left his android at home as usual when he went to work. When he returned, the android was nowhere to be found. No trace of a break-in in the apartment, and the android may have left home without being ordered to. So we have a android that ran away. We have a attack on Charles Bell involving an android. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by AV-500 model android working as a waiter in the Fast Coney Dogs restaurant chain situated at the 842 Chamberlain Avenue. The plaintiff claims the android lunged at him unexpectedly and attempted to strangle the man. Before leaving the scene, the android remains at large. So the android ran away after attacking the man. Here we have an attack on Sarah Cornwall. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by her android. This android also trashed several rooms in the house before taking flight. Plaintiff, the manager of the eating club, reported the unexplained disappearance of a sex android. The android disappeared after accompanying a customer to his home and never returned to the club. Here we have attempted murder of Leo Manfred. Leo Manfred was found unconscious in the home of his father, Carl Manfred. The latter's witness statement attests to the altercation between the son and the house android. The android is thought to be a prototype, unknown model, and serial number, and was destroyed at the scene by attending officers. Here we have, so this android right here, this is Marcus. Leo Manfred was the old man he was taking care of. No, Leo Manfred was the son of the old man he was taking care of, Carl Manfred. So because he pushed Leo and knocked Leo out, or she was unconscious at that time, he was destroyed on the scene by the attending officers. You guys seen that clip. And if I would have taken the other approach, it would have said victim Carl Manfred, and Leo would have attested to a altercation that killed his father. Here we have Kara. Our victim is Todd Williams. Victim's body was found by a friend who came by to say hello. He immediately called the emergency service at 842, who recorded death by gunshot wound. The murder weapon may have belonged to the victim. His Android AX400 was not found on the scene and is the main suspect. So as you guys know, Kara decided to go sleep in a abandoned building. Well, Kara decided to go sleep in the motel due to my choices, and it's going to come back on us.
243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX400 is reported to have murdered a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation. I know you didn't ask for this investigation, Lieutenant, but I'm sure you're a professional.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
I've been assigned this mission, Lieutenant. I didn't come here to wait until you feel like working.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set a match to it. So stop pissing me off. Or things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant? I'm sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that killed the guy last night. It's been sighted in the Ravendale district.
I'm on it.
So as you guys know, Kara decided that she was going to sleep in the hotel for the night. And here's where this actually comes back on us. Alright, so Carlos's android self-destructs. That's unlocked a future path. So, arrive at the police department and all this. Then Hank arrives, Hank storms out. So we examine the files, talk about the case. Hank is mad. If I would have just like resigned the mission, then I would get the other ending. But this time Hank got a lead on this android.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
So it wasn't a nightmare.
No. No, it wasn't a nightmare. You must be starving. You should take a bath, and then we'll go out and find you something to eat. What do you say? Okay. I'll run you a bath.
Okay. Let's go ahead and draw a bath for Alice over here. And let's turn on the water. And now that Kara is deviant, she does not want this LED to show anymore. Because in great times of stress, this LED will glow yellow. Or she's likely to be identified as the android. So we're also going to go ahead and give Kara a haircut. Alright, so we have white hair. We have Kara with white hair. We have a Kara with blonde hair. And we have a Kara with black hair. Any current viewers? Nope. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead with the Kara with white hair because it looks amazing. We're gonna finish that up. And we're going to go ahead and remove this. This is going to be the last mission we play here.
You're pretty like that. You really look like a human now.
Your bath's ready.
victim's name was Todd Williams, an unemployed man from Corktown. According to initial reports, he was shot by his android, an AX-400. The android fled the scene, and a police search is now in progress.
As you guys can see, public opinion went down because I murdered him. Because I murdered him.
You had no choice. He would have killed me if you hadn't stopped him. What are we gonna do? We have nowhere to go. And the police are looking for us now.
Do you have any family? Anyone who could help us?
No. It was just Dad.
We can't stay here. We don't have any money. That android yesterday, he gave me an address. He said we could get help there. Could be worth a try. We can't change the past, Alice. But we can decide the future. We're gonna pull through, and soon all this will just be a bad memory. Finish getting ready. I'll go up and find some food for you, and then we can get going.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go get Alice some breakfast. And we close the door. We look out there and the cops are everywhere.
Lieutenant Anderson, Detroit Police. Looking for a female android robbed a store down the road last night. You seen anything?
An android? No, I don't think androids here.
Have you seen anyone that looks like this?
Fuck. I knew there was something weird about her. She came in last night. She was dressed normal, you know? There was no way I could tell.
Is it still here?
Yeah, probably. Room 28.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have a lead on Kara. Let's go ahead and get this AX-400.
You wait in the car.
I think it's best if I go with you.
Listen, I'm tired of you talking back to me. You're a machine, so shut the fuck up and do what I say.
All I want is to accomplish my mission. I'm sorry if that upsets you.
You want to see the end of your mission? Stop busting my fucking balls.
So because I slept in the hotel and robbed the store down the street, it's caused this to be a whole mission. If I wouldn't have decided to sleep in a hotel and rob that store, then we would have actually not had to deal with this entire mission. But this is a mission I truly enjoy.
It's gone.
99% danger level. .99% danger level. Don't want to let go during any of these. They're all quick time events. One wrong move means you're in a chase scene where you could lose either of the characters. I mean, where you could lose Kara. Last time I did this, I got spotted by a cop and Connor chased Kara down to the street, through the middle of the highway. Connor was hit by a car. And that is the end of this mission. See, last time I had Connor pursue Kara, run toward their last known position, reach the fence in time. Last time Kara and Alice were on the highway. They reached the middle section, Hank orders Connor not to go, and had Connor continue to chase Kara. And that's where Connor was hit by a car. But on this playthrough, as you guys can see, we snuck past the police forces. And we walked toward the train station the entire time. Hank checks the motel room. There's a lot more stuff that could have happened had other events transpired. For example, had I have slept in a different area, all of this other story stuff could happen. Which would have eventually led to the chase. If you guys want to see another playthrough of this game, please do let me know. But that is where we're going to end this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the stream, remember to like and subscribe. If you didn't see the first one, you're going to have a hard time understanding this one, so I would advise you guys go back to the first one, watch that one, so you guys can get the full understanding of the game. And if you guys want to see another video on this, just like the video, I'm going to do another one anyways. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see all you ladies and gentlemen in the next video.